Good morning, Wildcats. Today we are going to be reading Chapter 4 of Hattie Big Sky, and we're going to finally get to see what her new home looks like. She's been so excited to have a home of her own. She's not being shuffled from person to person as an orphan anymore. She's going to have her own place and seek out her own independence. So we're going to see what that home looks like. She has no idea. We're going to find that out today. And so with that in mind, we are going to do an activity with setting. So before I show you what that activity is, here are some things that you are going to need. You are going to need a piece of blank paper. If you don't have blank paper, it's okay. You can use a piece of lined paper. That's fine as well. It doesn't matter to me. I would prefer that it's white and not like a piece of construction paper that's orange or red or something like that. So preferably a white piece of paper or a lined piece of paper. Second, you are going to need some utensils. This is one of my favorite projects. We're going to do a little bit of artwork today. I'm not grading you on your artwork per se, but it's just graded on completion. But you're going to need some other materials. So if all you have is a pencil, that's fine. A pencil works. Okay, but you are welcome to use other things too. If you have colored pencils, you are welcome to use colored pencils. If you have markers, you are welcome to use markers. If you want to use paint or watercolor, feel free. It doesn't have to be that fancy, but you are welcome to use anything like that. So one more time, you need some paper, preferably some sort of white paper. You need, at the very least, a pencil. And if you want to get fancy, you can use some colored pencils or markers, something that has some color to it. I would also probably suggest that you have a list, like a lined piece of paper list, that you can use while you're reading to kind of jot down your ideas of what you're going to draw for your setting. So that would be advisable as well. Okay, once you have your materials, then you are ready to do the assignment. So I'm going to show you how to do that assignment next. Okay, on Google Classroom, you will see that there's an assignment, Hattie Big Sky Chapter 4 assignment. When you open it, you want to put your name here. So delete this, put your name there. Here's the title of it. We're working on physical setting again, and it is worth 20 points. Directions. You are going to watch this instructional video from the beginning to end, so don't pause me yet. You're going to read Chapter 4, and you are going to make a list of items that describe the setting both inside the house and outside the house. And this is where, again, that scrap piece of paper is going to come in handy for you to jot down those ideas. You could use Post-it notes, but you're probably going to clutter up your book with quite a few and need quite a lot to do that, so I would just suggest the list. After you've read Chapter 4, you are going to draw and label at least 5 aspects of the outside of the house. I'm only asking for 5, but be aware that's a really low number because I actually found 22 things that you could draw to show the outside of the house. And remember, that could be the property too. So what does the outside of the house look like as well as the property surrounding it? So you can include that sort of thing as well. And then you're going to draw and label at least 15 aspects of the inside of the house. I found 56, so it should be no problem for you to find 15. And inside the house, it could be anything. It could be items, it could be furniture. Okay, anything like that is fine. I mentioned this earlier, but I am not grading the quality of your artwork. I am grading that you do it. I'm not grading the quality of it. Your grade is going to be based upon completion. And you want to take a photo of both your drawings, the outside and the inside of the house, and you're going to upload them onto this document. Now, a couple of tips for how to do that. So there are a couple of ways that you can make your picture uploaded into this document. So one way that you could do is you could take a picture of it with your phone or iPad or some other device. You could email it to yourself, to your school address, and then save it to your computer and then insert it. Okay, so you go to insert, you can go to image, and then you could go upload from computer. So you could upload it from there. Okay. If you have a webcam, one of the easiest ways is to go to camera, okay, and then you click on camera, and there's going to be a camera that pops up on your screen, which I can't actually do right now because I'm filming myself. But anyhow, this camera will pop up. You'll hold your picture up to the screen. Okay. And then you will click on the button here that says camera photo. Okay, and again, the only reason I can't do it right now is because I'm videotaping this, so it won't let me use my camera twice. But there should be a camera that pops up if you have a webcam that you can do it that way. Okay. All right, if all else fails and you can only email me the picture, that's fine too. Or if you have other questions or need help with that, let me know and I can assist you with that. So you just want to insert those pictures below the directions here. One of the inside, one of the outside of the house. All right, the last thing I want to talk about is this, is if you have a situation where you are sick, you're ill, or you're having technology difficulties, I just want you to know that it's really, really, really important that you reach out to all your teachers, not just me, and let them know that you are ill or let them know that you are having technological difficulties. So if we're not getting assignments from you, we are putting in zeros. So we don't know whether you're sick. We don't know whether you're having problems unless you tell us. So it's really important that you tell us if you don't want us to put a zero in. And make sure you communicate with us as soon as possible. So if you get up in the morning and you're not feeling well, email your teachers, let them know, okay? Or if you start to do an assignment and you're having trouble, you can, get a hold of us in many ways. So most of your teachers are using Google Classroom. You can use that. You can contact me via Parent Square or Student Square. You can contact me via email. Any of those are fine. So make sure you find some way to get a hold of us. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this project as much as I did. Have fun doing it. And I'm just going to show you one more thing before I hop off. You want to make sure that you label your pictures as well. So here's a little example of what that is going to be like. So let's say that I am doing the setting at the beginning of chapter 4. So this won't be part of yours, but it was part of mine. So at the very beginning of chapter 4, before they reach the house, they go through a coulee. So I drew this coulee here and I labeled it. Okay, whoops, right here, coulee. Okay. And then over here they see a wolf. So I have drawn a wolf. Again, notice I'm not grading you based upon your artwork, and I have labeled wolf. Okay, so you want to draw and label. Make sure you do both. All right, guys, have fun with that. I'm excited to see your pictures later on today, and let me know if you have any questions.